roof down at this time of year. Usually it's a bit too cold, but here we are, the middle of November almost, and it's 17 degrees, so any excuse to get the roof down. I've got the hat on, as you can see. It's always good to have a hat with you in the Boxster and the glove box if you're follically challenged like my good self. Keeps your head warm. You can see the clouds over there, so it might not stay dry very long, but while it's dry, you know, have the roof down and make hay, as the saying goes. So today I thought I'd do a wee video on the reasons why I sold my first Porsche Boxster. Not this one, I may add. We'll do this one for now. But my first Porsche Boxster that I bought back in, let me think, when was it? Back in 2009, late 2009. Sorry, actually it was early 2010 is what it was, I remember. And I'll give you a bit of background, a quick story. Like before that I was driving my 86 Targa Sport. It was the old air-cooled 911, and I fell in love with the Boxster, and I fancied having a Boxster as my next Porsche. So eventually one turned up that I liked, and I travelled down to Lincolnshire, down south, to pick the car up. And I've had a really fantastic experience driving that car, and I really did enjoy owning it for loads of reasons. You know, one of the first things I felt was just how fast and how planted that Boxster was, how they're all the same really. And I loved how I could lower the roof down at the touch of a button without having to get out at a lay-by and take the Targa roof off and fold it away and stick it in the trunk. The old air-cooled Targas have got the kind of folded concertina style roof, like a centre panel that unclips and you store it in the trunk. So it was lovely just to have a nice change when you push a button and the roof folds back in the Boxster. I loved how fast it felt. My first Boxster felt faster than the air-cooled 911 did. You know, they're roughly the kind of same performance. The Boxster S, the 2005 Boxster S, has got more power than the old 911 Targa. It's about 280 brake horsepower, whereas the Targa's got about 220, 230. However, the Targa weighed a bit less than the Boxster. The Boxster was a little bit heavier than the old Targa. So performance-wise, they were kind of similar on paper, albeit they were very different driving experiences, as I said before. Road's quite bumpy here. So performance-wise, there wasn't very much in it, you know, there was very little. I did feel that the Boxster, for all intents and purposes, was a better performing car than the old 911. Primarily because it was a bit newer, everything was a bit more secure, a bit more planted. It covered the miles a wee bit more easily than the air-cooled 911 did. And like I say, you know, on paper the Boxster was kind of the better car really, in many ways. So you might ask yourself, well, why did I come to sell it then, you know, if I liked it that much? And I'll try and answer that in this video as best I can. The Boxster and the air-cooled 911s are so different, they're such different beasts that they may as well have been made by different car manufacturers. That's how different they feel. They feel completely different to drive, and obviously they look very different as well. Obviously, with different styling, but the interior and the exterior of both cars are very, very different animals. The old air-cooled 911s have got a kind of very kind of a over-engineered feel to them. Don't get me wrong, Boxsters, Porsches are all well made, but the old air-cooled 911s have got a kind of really solidly built feel to them, and a kind of very analogue feel. It's very different to the Boxster. And obviously being rear-wheel drive and rear-engined, they handle completely different. The Boxster's mid-engined and it's got perfect balance, and so that both cars look and drive completely different. And like I've said, the Boxster was kind of a better car in many ways. But here's the interesting thing: which car you prefer out of those two will be subjective to you. from my own experience, I grew up, and my first love was the air-cooled 911s. I grew up in the 80s, and I had the poster on my wall of the 911 Turbo and the Targa as well, and with the wheel-tail spoiler and the whole quintessential kind of 80s vibe, you know. And to me, that's what Porsche was all about. In my mind, that was my kind of compass. That's what I thought Porsche was all about, you know. And that over-engineered feel to them, the kind of heavy clunk to the doors, the quality of the cars, the styling of the cars was head and shoulders above everything else at the time. And that was a lot, and how they looked, of course, as well, had a lot to do with how I fell in love with Porsche. So to me, my first love was the air-cooled 911s. I loved the Boxster as well, but in a different way, you know. So having had the Boxster for a couple of years, and I toured everywhere in it. I was up here every other night. I went to Glencoe back numerous times, took it down south, took it up north. Loads of tours, loads of happy memories, and it was a fairly inexpensive ownership experience. I didn't spend a lot of money apart from servicing to keep the Porsche Boxster. A couple of springs, front springs, and a water pump went on it. It wasn't overly expensive, you know, so it wasn't a financial decision. The truth of the matter is, guys, that for me, I just missed my old air-cooled 911. I missed how it looked, how it felt. I missed how it smelled. I missed that kind of sense of occasion at the time. That, if I'm being completely honest, the Boxster didn't provide that for me. The Boxster provided a different experience. It just wasn't that same involved analog experience that the old air-cooled 911 gave me. So this video could serve as a good comparison for Boxsters and air-cooled 911s, how different they are. Have got that in abundance, and it gets quite addictive. The Boxster's got it as well in a different way. So I decided at the time, I missed my old air-cooled 911 so much, I sold my Boxster S. Having felt that I'd kind of done it, I'd ticked the box and experienced it, I wanted to go back to an air-cooled 911 vibe, and I decided to go for what I believe was the ultimate air-cooled 911. It's the 993 type, the last of the air-cooled 911s. So I set my heart on buying a 993. So that's what I did, you know. I sold my Porsche Boxster for what I paid for it. So in a way, it was practically free motoring, you could say. And like I said, guys, I had a lot of great experiences in that Boxster, you know, and I've written about these experiences extensively in my Porsche Boxster book. I often talk about in these videos. If you've not seen the book or read about it, have a look. I think you'll enjoy that book. Quite interesting. It's a gale force wind today, guys. You'll probably hear that. It's a gale force wind, but it's quite a warm wind. It's a bit strange, so it's fine to have the roof down. So yeah, I wanted an air-cooled, I wanted a 993 type. So that's what I did. I sold the Boxster fairly easily to a nice person. And I set my plans on buying a 993, which I eventually did. And at this point in time, that was over 10 years ago, so I've still got the 993. Excuse me. But you know, here's a kind of another interesting thing, guys. See, when your opinions and your tastes change throughout life. You know, and cars that you didn't really like much before can suddenly become really desirable to you. I'll be honest, I didn't used to be a massive fan of the 986 Boxster. 6 911. I didn't used to be a massive fan of that either. I wasn't sure about the styling. I love it now. So the point I'm making is that your tastes often change quite a bit. You know. I hope you can hear this engine sound, guys. It sounds glorious. Not sure how much this the mic's picking up. You know, it's very windy and blowy today. So yeah, I'll share my thought process. So I bought my 993, dream come true. And like I say, I've still got that car to this day, and I love that car. That's one of my, you know, I absolutely cherish and adore that car. But what happened some time ago was I started to reflect back and think, oh man, you know, but to be honest, I really missed my old Boxster. I started harking after a Boxster again. So even with an air-cooled 911 and all the pleasure that brings, and all the adventure and the experience that brings, I still harked after my Boxster again. So I was thinking, you know, that's why I wound up buying the Boxster that we're in today. Because I'm in the kind of privileged position to be able to buy both of the cars and enjoy both of the cars. I'm not sure what the long-term outlook is for this car. I always thought I would keep it for a year or two and just see what happens and not make any real plans. So far though, like I knew I'm loving the experience, and I've had this car up and down the country, and it's been an amazing, fantastic experience so far. If I'm being completely and utterly transparent with you guys, I would also say one of the reasons that I sold the Boxster as well was there's always a wee slight fear at the back of my brain about the IMS letting go. It was a 2005 model, and I bought that reason partly because it was a very low IMS risk. But we don't know exactly when Porsche changed and upgraded the IMS bearing to the most reliable single row large style bearing. It happened around about 2005, 2006, so the chances were that I had the most reliable of the IMS bearings. But I know that my rear main seal was leaking. I had photos of it, and the rear main seal leak looks almost identical to an IMS leak, you know. So although I was trying not to worry about it, the absolute truth is, guys, it was in the back of my brain a little bit sometimes, and I was a wee bit concerned about the possibility of it letting go. So that was kind of one of the reasons why I thought about selling it as well. But to be honest, I'd had my fun in it as well, you know, like I said earlier on in the video, I'd had my fun, I'd had my good times. There's so many different cars to try and enjoy. It's often good to not stick to the one type, you know. So if you were to ask me which is best, an air-cooled 911 or a Boxster, well, I would say it depends what you want it for. If it's your first Porsche, my recommendation would probably be that you buy a Boxster. Part of the reason for that is because they're cheaper to buy, so the cost to get involved is a bit less. Air-cooled 911s, even the cheapest ones, they're all up at, you know, 30, 40, 50, 60 grand plus in the UK just now. But you can pick up a nice Boxster for 10 grand. So, you know, and you will not feel short-changed by a Boxster. The Boxster's a fantastic sports car. It's almost every sports car you could ever really want, to be honest. So if I had to choose between an air-cooled 911 or a Boxster as my first Porsche, I would buy a Boxster. Maybe further down the line, once you've had the Boxster for a while and you fancy an 911, you can maybe try an air-cooled 911. They're a wee bit more involved than the water cools, a wee bit more individual, slightly more specialised, and they're also a good bit older. So, you know, cars are machines at the end of the day, so you've got to consider that air-cooled 911s, even the newer ones like the 993, the last of them, they're mid-90s to late 90s. So these cars are all getting on, you know, whereas Boxsters are still comparatively new, I would say, and potentially may give me a wee bit less of an issue with in terms of maintenance. Maybe not, depends how the car's been looked after. Also depends when you're going to use it. For me, I was going to use it in mostly nice weather, at the weekends, excuse me, and that's why I wanted a convertible. But if I was starting my Porsche journey again from scratch, I would buy a Boxster as my first car, my first Porsche. 11s, the Boxster just comes alive. The Boxster is much more similar to water-cooled modern 911s than what it is to air-cooled 911s, because air-cooled 911s are so different in how they handle, how they feel, how they look. But you know, the truth is, guys, that they're all great cars, you know. And to see which one is best is kind of, it's not a fair comparison. It's a wee bit like comparing apples and oranges, if you like. It's a wee bit, they're different. They're so different. And both are great in their own unique way. I would be happy with either one of them as my kind of my long-term keeper. So I hope this video is giving you some insight as to how a Boxster compares to an air-cooled 911. And also answers the question as to why I sold mine. So I was getting asked quite a few times by people, why did you sell your Boxster if you loved it that much, you know? And that's the honest reason why. As I always say, guys, you know, life's pretty brief, life's quite short, so it's good to try and sample as many different cars as you possibly can. Get a wee taste for as many Porsches as you can drive, you know, Boxsters, 911s, Caymans, convertibles, coupes, you name it, you know. Try and get a wee feel for all of them and see what fits you. For me, it seems to be the air-cooled 911s. For now, anyway, you know. I'll probably change my mind again at some point in the future. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. I hope it's not been too windy for you. If you have done, give us a wee like and a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Our subscribers are steadily growing. Any comments, put them below. And as always, I'll link my books below if you're interested. So thanks for watching again, and I'll see you guys on the next video.